Jim, this one is very timely. It comes from Becca. Becca asks, I own a small restaurant. Will my business interruption insurance cover the losses I've experienced because of this virus situation? Jim, first let's talk a little bit about business interruption insurance. If you don't have it, you probably don't know about it, and then will it cover it?
Yeah, and so I'm getting a lot of questions about this week, the last couple of weeks in the office, and so it's a confusing area of the law. Let me kind of go over the bare bones basics. One, a lot of coverages won't apply because if you don't have a physical loss. In other words, most insurance coverages for businesses will have a business interruption provision, but you have to have a physical impact. There may be an exception if, for instance, the coronavirus was someone in your office was found to have it and you had to shut down because of that, but generally it probably wouldn't be covered just because of the pandemic. A couple of important exceptions though. If you're in the hospitality or health industries, there are oftentimes riders that specifically provide for business interruption coverage so that you would be covered in the event of a pandemic or some type of disease outbreak. So important if you're in those two types of industries to get your policy out, talk to your agent. There are also a couple of other things. You may have something called a trade disruption insurance, where because of something in the supply chain, if you're a manufacturer or something, and someone, for instance, was making parts in China that's held up your business because of that, maybe that would trigger some coverage. There's also something called an all-risk policy rider to some of these policies that will provide coverage. It's very complicated.
Right.
We are offering at Reason Mediae free policy review. Anybody that has a business policy or business interruption policy that would like an attorney to look at it, you can go to our website, we'll email us the policy, ask us to take a look at it. We'll tell you if we think you have coverage, what you think you need to do to protect yourself, and go from there. They're very policy specific, these questions, and somebody who knows about the policies, a lawyer with experience in this, is going to have to look at it to really determine whether you have potential coverage or not.
So Becky, back to the email question, it sounds like the best thing for you to do is to review your policy, and maybe go ahead and have a lawyer and attorney look at it and see what it is, because it could or could not be effective.
Right, it's going to be very hard for someone who's not a lawyer to determine that.
Yeah.
Don't trust the insurance company to tell you whether you have coverage or not. They're generally going to tell you you're not covered. And I can't remember, was she in the restaurant business?
She is in the restaurant business, yes.
So that would be in a hospitality business. So your policy may have an endorsement, because generally hospitality industries, healthcare industries are more likely to have coverage for this than other industries.
Yep.